I gained 4.4 pounds in the space of 3 days. So I did a video recently about going to a 3-day music festival, and I said I'd do an update after that on the impact to my weight from going to that. Now, before I continue, am I worried about this? Absolutely not. And that's the intent of this video and the last one, to show you that you should not be panicking if you see a momentary increase in your weight on the scales after a night out or a weekend away, okay? So when I went away the Friday morning, I was 287.8 pounds. The following Monday, I was 292.2 pounds. So that is a difference of 4.4 pounds increase from Friday to Monday. Now, did I overeat enough food for me to gain 4.4 pounds? No, I did not. I definitely did not. That is that would have been a huge amount of food to have to overconsume to gain that amount of fat over the weekend. Our bodies can react differently to things like changes in our day-to-day routine, to stress, to different food intakes, exercise, sleep, time of the month. All that kind of stuff can have an impact on your biology, which in turn can have an impact on things like how much water you retain. Yes, maybe a little bit of momentary fat increase as well. But I knew on that Monday when I stood on the scales that my weight was going to be up. But I also knew that whatever was up does not mean that I gained 4.5 pounds of fat over those, that weekend, meaning I didn't need to freak out. I also kind of knew from the past kind of 12 years or so of monitoring my weight very closely that was probably going to level out relatively quickly in 3 to 4 days again as my body returned to normal. And what happened? So literally within 3 days, not only was I back at that weight that I was before I went, but I was actually starting to lose weight again. So this is a little message hopefully for people that are freaking out and panicking after a night out, or if there is a day where suddenly you're up in number of pounds compared to a previous day or a recent weigh-in. Please don't panic. It is very difficult for you to have regained a large amount of fat in such a short space of time. More than likely, it is your body simply adapting to whatever was happening over those few days in your environment or in terms of your biology and what was happening with your body. This is why I do not just go on one kind of weekly measure of my weight, because if I was to weigh myself, say just every Sunday, and I was out on the Saturday or something like that, it could mean that if I was just to go by that weight on the Sunday, I could start panicking if it was up a pound. Whereas I weigh myself a number of times during the week, not because I'm obsessed with the number. I'm not actually overly bothered by the number that's on the scales, but more so it gives me data points to see what is the trend of that week. So when I went away to that music festival, I knew that week was trending down for me with my weight. So I knew going into it that more than likely my weight will be up on Monday. But I didn't need to worry about it because my overall trend was still going down. Hopefully this helps a little bit to put your mind at ease if you see a momentary increase on the scales. But if you do have any questions, please feel free to pop them below.